Hello, it's me, DjDoubleT, here and existing as usual. Sorry about missing yesterday. I passed out. But I'm back without Kaos unfortunately today because Kaos is busy and I hope I have somebody to play with today. Well, technically, I play a game called King of the Castle where anybody in chat can join and play, apparently. Do I know how it's gonna work? No. I'm just gonna try? Let's do it. Let's do a new dynasty. Let's go with they, their pronouns. What is my monarch name? And the dynasty name? Oh jeez. We'll go Alois the Uno? Sure. Alois the Uno will be the monarch name. The dynasty. Can't believe Alois the Uno will be the first one of the the double dynasty. Right? Monarch Alois the Uno of the double dynasty. Alright. Let's try it. Now, let's try playing on Twitch. Let's see how that goes. Continue. Our Twitch extension shows players the region, wealth, scheme, and more. Install it by. Alright, let's hopefully. Okay. Now, how do I configure this? Because I genuinely hope like it's actually on there and hope it works. But if I can't get it on, well, I'm in trouble. Because I want to make sure that you guys can actually see what you guys have. Patricians of the coast. Grandees of the south. Okay. The barons are brash, rural lords famous for their belligerence and fondness for hunting. Huzzah! Barons of the march, chiefs of the north. The chiefs are honorable, warriors renowned for their pagan religion and prowess in combat. Choose 3 regions. Oh, okay. The counts are ruthless aristocrats steeped in secrecy. Allegations of forbidden rituals are unproven. The grandees of the south. The grandees are impassioned duelists known for their strict adherence to honor, etiquette, and the ninth god. The patricians are wealthy, seafaring merchants noted for their cleverness, skill, and negotiation, and ornate masks. I kind of want to go with just these 3, because it said pick 3, right? Alright. Your nobles may now join via Twitch chat with join followed by pronoun e.g. join she. Okay. Players can join mid-game and their wealth and region are saved in continued games. Okay. So I guess this is one where I have to actually wait for someone to appear. Okay. Well, I don't have any just myself or nobles, so we'll see. Now, hopefully the extension worked. But if not, I look. Okay. Yeah. Alright, it's activated. Hopefully that's all good. Ooh. And now we wait for somebody. Anybody. Hmm. No noble barons, no noble chiefs, no noble accounts. Oh, hi Watermelon. Watermelon, can you be my testing person for like joining this game? If you want to join, first of all. Because I realized I need people to join in order to play this. So I can't really move on. So let's see. So you can type in chat, right? It is type exclamation mark join, no spaces, to join the game as a noble. And the new dynasty, players who own the game. Oh, gotcha. So I guess type in that, and hopefully the overlay works. I don't know if it does, but I want to see. We're gonna configure this. We're gonna figure it out, you know? And if it doesn't work, I always have a backup plan of playing other games. Oh. Can you pick a different, like... Okay. Well, Watermelon, you're part of it already. Oh. You're Baron Watermelon. I wonder how many more do we need? Do we need like a full 3? Oh, I do need a full 3. Oh. Are you guys allowed to actually pick your color, or is it just randomized? Now, just one more then. Because then I can begin the game. My question is, can we find one more? I'm like, what time is it when this time zone for somebody to join? Well, that is cool that it actually works, because I was expecting it to, like, totally be a riot, because it was like tech stuff. I'm not your tech lawyer. I'm, like, typing everything just to see. I'm a horrible typer. I realized that I'm not the fastest one in the world. It still looks fun though, because you can actually play with other friends, or you can actually do this. Actually, I think I have an idea. One more player. Ah, alright. Hi, Mario. Or Maribel. Wait. I'm getting things. Oh gosh. I'm trying to get a party. It feels like a bard thing. Like that. Do I have the class, the stats to bring people over? All right. So if anybody in chat wants to join, they can type in not hashtag join, exclamation mark join, and you can join a dynasty. I don't know if you can move around, but apparently, yeah. And you want to join to a specific region, you can do exclamation mark join, and then whichever one of Barons of the March, Chiefs of the North, or thing. Either or. Anything works. And I think everybody's joined. If not, I think we'll say. Yeah, you're on Barons of the March. You have 1,000 gold. Apparently, everybody has 1,000 gold. Whoever is joining, basically. All right, I'll begin the game. Whatever happens, happens, and I'm gonna die. Alright, can you get the castle primer? Monarch winning, the path to victory. Acquire an heir, then complete your ambition to win. Your first reign will likely end in disaster. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Keep an eye on the region's schemes. If they pass all their stages, they'll win the game. Be careful of the region's defiance stat. If it gets too high, the region may rebel against you. Oh. I've never played this before, so I wouldn't know. Sorry, you're all they thems because I decided everybody's a they them. But yeah, I have never played this game before playing Phaser, so I'm just like, this is my first time. So we'll see how this goes. It just looked fun. But be careful of the region's defiance stat. If it gets too high, the regions may rebel. Oh frick. Y'all, I'm not gonna be a good ruler right here. I could feel it, you know? To win, pass all 3 stages of your scheme. Each stage requires you to get stats to certain levels, which are affected in votes. How you vote is up to you. For your region schemes to stop other schemes or for the good of the region. If your defiance stat is high enough, you can rebel. This causes your scheme and is risky. Pauses your scheme and is risky, especially if you have low military. All right. Each season you'll get 3 events to play. Click on one to get started. All right. What can I do? Okay. Do I pick somewhere? I have never done this before, so I'm like, can someone tell me? Do I wait? Does everybody have something to say? Are you all causing chaos? Oh, frick. Okay, there's buttons. Oh, geez. I don't have anything. Sure, I can show player list. Wait, what? Copy, why do you have an expensive chair? So, huh. Are you guys just causing me problems, or what's happening? I genuinely don't know what to do. Back? Okay, there's people, there's treasury. Can I do anything with this? Do I wait for season to pass? Maybe I should have looked up a tutorial. Chair? Oh, right there. I really can't. I'm so. Okay. Oh god, no, not children. I don't want children. Not to heir an ambition. The monarch must acquire an heir and complete their ambition to win the game. A spouse is useful but not necessary. I will be single AF. I'm good. Complete your ambition before a scheme or rebellion usurps you, or I'm gonna get stabbed. The monarch. This is your monarch. This dreamer's character. They'll appear in most stories, but not all. These are the kingdom stats. If any of them are 0 at the start of a game, the game will end. Okay, good to know. These are the region stats. Stats determine which events are generated. Defiance. If Defiance is higher than both authority and stability, a region can trigger a rebellion. This will pause their scheme and is risky if military is low. You can scroll through the full list of nobles and their wealth here. Your Majesty, the first few years of your reign are the most difficult. You're new and unproven. The nobles of the council will scheme against you, hoping to kick you off the throne and put their own puppet claimant in your place. Alright. Cool. Oh no. How can I stop? How can I stop? Oh god. How can I stop them? Those fools couldn't scheme their way out of... oh no. Oh no. To prove their schemes, you must secure an heir, and prove that you are worthy of the crown by completing an ambition. My question is this, when you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? Heck no to military. Can I be stable? Because that's the only thing I don't have in life right now. Let's go stability. I'm not reading the other options. And thanks guys for like a little tutorial if I need it. An admiral aim. I suggest over the next few years, you focus on proving the kingdom's stability as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. Oh jeez, okay. Coronation? Council. Let's check the council. Now that you're the monarch, your first duty is to meet with the council nobles. Your nobles hail from all across the kingdom, the wintry north, the east, and of course, the bleak march. Okay. Who do I want to actually introduce myself to? The chiefs? Let's go for the chiefs, I guess. Yeah. Good luck in the days ahead. Your Majesty, you'll need it. Dealing with us a lot. Oh, okay. Alright, good to know, good to know Phaser. Alright. Premium nobles. This is a player who has bought King of the Castle. They can set their customizations, get access to the special outfit, and appear more often in storyline. Alright. An honor to finally make your acquaintance, Your Majesty. May you escape the doom that befell your predecessor. Alright. I don't want rebellion, but I feel like I'm gonna be attacked. Hail, and well met, my liege. Under your leadership, we'll whip this kingdom into shape. And with that, the introductions are done. The council hail immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue with each other and demand your favor. You sigh and sit back. Is this what the council's like? No wonder your father told you to avoid the throne at all costs. Alright, coronation. Your Majesty, I've scheduled your coronation to take place in a week's time. Why the hurry? To delay any longer would make the nobles restless, and when nobles get restless, they take their daggers and look for the nearest back. Stip stab, you know. Stip stab. Okay, that's just too hesitant. We wouldn't want that, I suppose, you know. Very well, what must I do? As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. course. Shall we call the nobles in? Certain choices will change stats. Some choices that do, so we'll indicate this change here. Alright. Not all choices that change stats have these indicators, and they do not show the region affected. Alright. These are the upcoming choices your nobles will vote on. Each of these may change stats in some way. The monarch can change how a vote is run with law. You may use one law per vote. Try using your veto on one option you dislike. When the vote opens, nobles vote using the command, not hashtag vote, exclamation vote, followed by their choice letter, i.e. exclamation vote space A, B, C, otherwise. The monarch may close the vote anytime after all nobles have voted or the timer hits 0. Alright, where's the timer? Either way, what kind of coronation should be held for the new monarch? Host a lavish parade with jugglers and fountains of wine? No. Maybe, actually. Proceed with a religious ceremony that honors the ninth god. Okay. Throw the monarch into the river. You know, that sounds kind of fun. I would go into a river. That's fine. Don't throw me in a river. If I can I pick? Oh, I can just start vote. Sorry, I wanted to pick it. Just throw me in a river. The monarch can take a voting option off the table. The monarch marks the preferred voting option, and this gets. You know what? Let's have the people vote. Tis fine. Throw me into the river. Place your votes, everybody. Okay, they're like slowly coming in. But it seems like, alright, we're throwing this one. Cool. Voting has closed. Troops shall bear the monarch through the streets atop a shield. Oh. Okay, cool. I attended my not coronation. Orientation. Coordination. This shows which stat has been changed, how much by. Alright. Oh. So a lot of stats of military. Cool. Soldiers from across the kingdom take part in the parade. They're even outfitted in impressive new equipment for the occasion. As you climb up onto the shield and hold your sword aloft, you realize this is not going to be easy. Your arm quickly starts to hurt, your soldiers stagger and groan under your weight. They're calling heavy, I know it. I'm sorry. I really should not have adorned so much on me today. Huh, okay. Good to know, Kavu. Sure enough, one of your shield bearers trips on a loose cobblestone and drops you face first in a puddle, in full view of half the city. At least the only thing hurt is your pride. Now that you played all events, advance the game by clicking End Season. Alright. Cool. Each region will now vote for one of 3 randomly selected schemes. Scheme stages. Schemes are made up of 3 stages with specific stat requirements. Passing all 3 scheme stages places the region's claimant on the throne, winning the game. Oh. Bessemer, the Kavu Show dynasty, eccentric Eastern enigma, leans delicately on a podium, sighing. My fellow counts, in ancient times, the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back these days of glory, but not while the false monarch Alois the Uno wears the crown. What schemes should the count pursue to overthrow the new monarch and place their preferred claimant Bessemer on the throne? Open to the counts of the East only. Whoever is in the counts of the East. Only Kavu, and also Count playing Phaser. Voting is closed. Oh, okay. The Counts plan to induct the monarch into their secret cult and offer them immortality in exchange for the throne. First, they must reduce the power of the Eastern Church. To advance their scheme, the Counts must lower their faith to 4 or less in 3 seasons. Okay. Hand of the Nexusitome clan, charismatic political mastermind stands precariously on a long-housed crossbeam, spitting as they speak. Chiefs of the North, we all know I should be on the throne, not this impostor monarch, Luis de Uno. How do we make this happen? What scheme should the chiefs pursue to overthrow the new monarch and place their claimant on the throne? This is for everybody who's chiefs. Oh. I like how it's like vote with me, brothers, and we already got 2 different options. Mar's the other one. Was Mar gonna vote for B? Oh well, time's up. Voting is closed. Oh. Okay. Subterfuge. The chiefs plan to replace the monarch's closest advisor with their own agents. First, they must prove the current advisors are doing a bad job. To advance their scheme, the chiefs must lower stability to 4 or less than 3 seasons. Oh gosh, there's too many people, too many things. Airman of a watermelon bloodline, sinister marcher, general stands before a blazing earth yelling at full volume. When have the barons of the march backed down from the fight? Never! I know you'll do whatever it takes to put me, your rightful monarch, on the throne. Okay, it's Kitten and Watermelon. What scheme should the barons pursue to overthrow the new monarch and place their preferred claimant, Ermin, on the throne? I wonder what they're gonna vote for. I want high stability, but if you're all gonna ruin my stability because I'm unstable, oh well. Nothing has happened. Alright. A random one. Sorcery, goal, raise authority. The barons plan to make a bargain with the wizard. These immortal spellcasters seldom get involved in political squabbles, but perhaps if the monarch was considered a threat to their autonomy. To advance their scheme, the barons must raise authority to 5 or more in 2 seasons. Alright, Clements. Here you can review the region schemes and their claimants. Your heir. When you have an heir, they will appear on the right of this page. If your reign ends abruptly, the nobles will vote for the next monarch. This vote is between the 2 regions with the highest combined stats and your heir if you have one. I don't want one. I just don't. Is that so easy, you know? Okay. Okay. Adopt a law. Here you can adopt a new law that alters how voting is run. You'll be able to adopt more once a year at the end of the winter. Okay. You can only adopt 1 new law at a time and have a maximum of 3 laws to use. Okay. After voting, nobles can change their minds and vote for a different option. The monarch can mark their preferred voting. Okay. And I still have these ones. If chosen, they gain 1 authority. Plus 1 stability if more than 50% of nobles vote for any one option. I choose... You know what? You guys can change your minds. I believe in you. Itching for a fight, a theft, to honor guard. Sorry, not to honor guard. The honor guard. A theft. Why not? Let's go for thievery. Your Highness, this is an outrage. I demand justice. Last week, Chief Nexusitome shook my hand as supposed to show reconciliation and stole my family's luck ring in the process. Acts of my ancestors, nonsense. Rummage through your drawers and I'm sure you'll find the thing. Your Highness, a feud has stood between our families for centuries. Nexusitome's ancestor hexed my family with a curse of Morgana, turning every second daughter's hair bright blue. That's because their ancestor poisoned our well and killed half our household. Don't you see that half of us are dead? No? Enough. I'm gonna shorten this because there's too much word. In my face. Nexus. Stole my priceless ring. It brings the march great luck and bounty. And my dear cousin is to wear it when they marry. Oh, okay. Available. Can I just... Oh, I can select these. You know what? Let's just do that. I let you guys all switch your thing. Yeah. Why not? Now people have options. Vote, people. Oh, that one just brings farming down and stability. Why would you bring everything down? Why not boost some things up in life? Send the Chancellor to the north to investigate, arrest... Oh. Oh, jeez. Yeah. I'm just gonna... You guys got this. But also... Oh, jeez. Oh, that's a lot of defiance. Okay. The north? Okay. This will be disastrous. The loss of our lucky ring will bring ruin upon my family. Gods be good. That's nothing but baseless superstition. Even so, Baron Cute Kitten, sheep, come down with a dreadful disease right afterwards. Tension rises between the two families, with fights breaking out between their households whenever they visit the capital. Oh, jeez. I'm trying to remember what y'all were trying to do. Oh. Okay, so we have the capital, we have the honor... Wait, sorry. Honor guard, the other part's gone. Alright. Wait. There is no... Okay, Why not? Let's continue with the red sides. Oh, maybe I should bring your guys', like, stuff up then. Your Majesty, we in the March have finished a complete reorganization of our new army. It truly is a powerful beast now. Heck no. Why would I do that? Is there something you want? Yes, sir, lovely. You know what? We'll ask what you guys want. Since you asked. Oh. Yeah. I was just looking at Noblest so I could know what you guys might have. I have a little bit of delay. I can't really fix that. I've done as much as I can when it came to that part. Oh. No, why would I bring more defiance? I was hoping the crown might be willing to host some military exercises. The soldiers restless. Can you define exercises for me? We just need a suitable campaign to whet our swords and spears. An unbloody army isn't worth its salt, I say. Let's see what the council thinks. Instead of a costly war, Your Highness, we could establish mercenary companies that fight abroad and take a healthy cut of the profits. Or, if Your Majesty wishes to gain something more than gold, we should use our might as intended and make inroads into Tavalin, whose meager army will surely be no match. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. Oh, I can take stuff off the table. Cool. Let's just do this. You're probably gonna outvote me anyways. No. Why is it? Anyways, I'll start the vote. Boop. All right. All right, we're denying the barons their foolhardy exercises. Oh no, I'm not trying to make so much defiance. Guys, why are we making problems for me? Okay. It's best not to start any wars at the moment. The Barretts can find their own ways to keep their soldiers occupied. I mean, I bet you could, Kavu. Oh, I am concerned. Now that you are monarch, you need personal protection. Why? I could plunge my sword into your heart right now, could I not? Oh, thank you, Flaming Phaser. No, you don't need the drama. The drama's gonna get me stabbed. And if I'm stabbed, I am dead. And if I am dead, I will haunt you all. You know what? I'd like to see you try. Bring it on. Is it your imagination? Does your marshal stifle a wry chuckle? In any case, she quickly hides it. You need an honor guard to keep you safe from such dangers, your majesty. Unfortunately, this is a political decision. What are my options? Each region offers a selection of elite guards, the chiefs with their most famous warrior heroes, the counts with knights of the Order of the Drowned Rose, and the barons offer a squad of battle-hardened veteran soldiers. Think carefully, your majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries. They'd be loyal to coin above all. Tell me. You know what? Tell me about the mercenaries. A band of fearsome fighters from the Tatterlands called the Battle-Bitten Brethren. They specialize in bodyguard work, but they're costly, and hiring foreigners will betray a lack of confidence in our kingdom's fighters. I don't know. Some of them are very sus and want to stab me already. Tell me about the Northern Warriors. Bearded oafs with axes and no manners, they'll get drunk and cause trouble in the palace. No discipline at all, and I can't guarantee they won't run off on some random quest, but they're honorable, and, in a fight, unbeatable. Tell me about the Eastern Knights. The Order of the Drowned Rose are highly respectable. They'll understand palace etiquette, but it's been years since they fought an actual battle. They mostly write poems these days. So we got Edgar Allan Poe. Got it. These soldiers have fought more battles than they've had hot dinners. They'll be uncouth, no doubt, and won't adapt well to life in the palace, but they're loyal and tough as nails. Huh. I await your verdict with bated breath, your majesty. You know what? Is that my option, really? I am actually going to go with... I want to say I don't need them, but... We'll just go east. Let's go east. I will make the arrangements at once. No. The knights arrive a few weeks later. They are all extremely pale and extremely polite. The commander introduces herself with a florid bow before reading out a poem she's written for the occasion. Alright. I guess that's it for the day. We're ending the season. Good night to the season. Buildings. Nobles can use their wealth to bid on any building in any region, each of which affects a stat. This is done through an auction where only the two most funded buildings are chosen. When the auction is open, nobles can fund with the following command: !fund a X, where X is personal wealth. When you're ready, hit start auction to begin the auction. Alrighty, who's ready for an auction? Anybody ready for an auction? Everybody's good for an auction. Let's start an auction. You guys all got your options for the options for the for an auction? Cool. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. Oh, hi Nampy. Nampy, if you want to join, you can also join. You can just do like, not hashtag, exclamation join, and then whatever region, if you feel like it. Anyways, start an auction. We're throwing people in. Alright, you guys have a minute. Have fun with it. So, kitten, for this section, you'll have to go exclamation fund, and then you choose space letter, and then space how much money you have that you want to spend for it. Oh jeez. Currently leading D and E. Why do you guys want a prison to bring down stability? Why? Why must we destroy stability? Oh no. Buildings funded. Alright. Less faith, less stability. Alright, you guys are really going for that subterfuge. One or more regions are able to rebel as their defiant status higher than both authority and stability. Ha 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 ha. If the rebels get more victory points than the loyalists, they'll win the game. If the loyalists get more victory points than the rebels, they'll put down the rebellion and continue the game. If multiple regions rebel and win, a vote between the two rebelling regions with the highest stat will determine the successor. Important, rebelling regions have their schemes paused. Regions with a high military stat are more likely to overthrow the monarch with a rebellion. If stability, authority, or treasury hit 0, the rebels will win the civil war. Oh jeez, I have started horrible things, haven't I? Alright. On the bridge rebellion cannot start a rebellion. Oh, this is a bad season for me, isn't it? Y'all are villainous. Y'all give me trauma. Alright. Oh, I don't want to find a spouse. But I guess I have to. In the twisty passages of your castle, you can avoid your advisors, the nobles, even the spy master. But there's one person you can't avoid. Your mother. No. I've done that for a good 7 years now? 8? I'm good. I can do this. Why haven't you found a spouse yet? It's been almost a year. But mother. But mother, I don't want to get married. Nonsense! A monarch cannot rule alone. Don't worry, I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference, men, women, or do you not mind? I'm not interested in love. Can I just adopt? Oh, thanks Nexus for following. You know what? I'm not interested in love. Just... My dear, who said anything about love? This is a royal marriage. Just tell me what manner of candidates I should find. You can always say no after you've had a look at them. Any. Just give me any. As long as... Yes, just any. Excellent. I'll send out messengers to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. Heh. Watermelon, no! Why are you rebelling? Okay, falsely accused. So, should I get rid of the bottom stuff? What? Huh. Your greatness, I bring bad news from a newly constructed prison in the north. Oh, I should probably move that to the bottom left. Okay, yeah, I can do that. Let me just like grab all the things and move everything that way. Wee. Because I didn't know that, but thank you. I just couldn't read it. I read that line twice because you posted it twice, and I was like, I'm sorry, Iron. We'll move. Oh gosh, we're having fun. Everything's moving wrong. That's fine. One of the prisoners, an emeritus rogue by the name of Mousejack Jamforth, has escaped. His location is currently, potatoes? The double doors bang open. A grubby-looking peasant strides into the council hall, escorted by an anxious watchman. In this room? Sorry, Your Majesty. He said it was urgent, and he was pretty persuasive. Your Majesty, I swear, I am innocent. Chief Ironmark 10 threw me in prison on trumped-up charges simply because I said I didn't like his hat. Haha, Your Greatness, I have no idea what this fool is talking about. Oh, I have to actually mark it. Alright, good to know. How should the council respond to this potential abuse of power by Chief Ironmark 10? I like how all these give me defiance. Well, I know what I need. Allow both Chief Ironmark and Peasant to go free. Ask the Spy Master to investigate further. Free Mousejack and imprison Chief Ironmark 10 instead. Sounds like a party. Throw this foolish peasant back into prison. Alright, let's just do this. Let's do this. And... there. Because I know what you're doing. And I prefer not you guys not to do it. Oh, I'm checking marks for other problems. When I don't know what to do, and that goes wrong. It's a learning experience. Because I need some authority. Even though I need stability. We'll do it later. Voting is closed. Alright. Free Mousejack and prison Chief Ironmark instead. Maybe they'll have better hats in prison, eh? Say another bad word about my hat. One more word, knave. I dare you. It takes 7 watchmen to restrain Chief Ironmark, as he is dragged down to your dungeons. Kinky. While the common folk celebrate Mousejack Jamforth's exoneration, it's also taken as a sign that the monarch's justice is flawed. Cool. All right. I need to work on some other things, but I can't because it's fine. Pardon me, Your Grace, but a terrible blight has been affecting our barley crop in the east. And what can we do about it? Why would I ask why should I care about barley? That sounds so rude. It breaks my heart, Your Grace, but we need to abandon the harvest and raise the affected crops. Hopefully that will contain the spread, though it'll mean a hard winter. Don't listen to these ignorant peasants, Your Majesty. They're overreacting as usual. Burning the crops would cause far more famine than it would prevent. Some choices have an uncertain outcome called challenges. Oh, okay, gambling. Totally fine with that. Alright. How are things going over there anyways? Oh, yeah, you guys are really fine. Raise the blighted barley crop, consult a witch. Pray to the 9th for a miracle. Well, I don't want to raise... What is 10 faith? What? Oh. Is that like just a chance to gain faith? Too bad, I'm gonna be doing this. We're gonna be taking off one thing. I know what you guys need to do. Therefore, I'll do it. Why can't we harvest as much as possible? Of course, you gotta vote for D for gambling. Alright, we continue. Voting has closed. Pray to the 9th for a miracle. I will lead the council in prayer. But no miracle comes. Faith challenge failed. The blight continues to spread at an alarming rate. Soon the whole barley harvest is black, shriveled, and unnotable. Well, that went from 7 to 3 so fast. Party. Alright. Well, that's it for the day. We're ending a season. Autumn 1948. In the march, Baron Watermelon stands atop a border fort, flanked by soldiers glaring out over Ashmedian territory with a scowl. Any luck finding a wizard to aid our cause? No, I'm afraid not. Monarch Aloysium is weak, and the wizards are satisfied that they needn't worry about a royal meddling in their affairs. Hell's bells, we must try harder. Baron's aim is to raise authority of 5 or more. Okay, taxation. Here you can set different levels of tax or bribes for each region in your kingdom, potentially punishing some while rewarding others. Okay. Balance that needs the needs of your treasury against defiance changes. Remember, if a region's defiance is higher than both authority and stability, they can rebel. Okay. All nobles gain wealth here, but one region gains extra wealth with a trade bonus. Regions with a higher trade stat are more likely to get a trade bonus. Huh. I guess so, but I won't. Well. Oh, can't. Good to know. Alright, well, the crowns are doing fine. We'll leave the chiefs there. That's fine. You know what? I have faith in them. If they do fight, you know what? We'll do this too. It's okay. I believe. I have faith. Cool. Defiance is now aloof. That sounds horrible. Anyways, the kingdom is in rebellion. The first. Okay. Cool. Currently rebelling. Cannot start a rebellion. Cannot start a rebellion. Cool. Now I just gotta make sure we have enough money. Look at that. We got rebellion and dating. Alright, do I want to find someone? Or do I want to deal with rebellion? At long last, the barons have reached their boiling point. You are confronted in your throne room by Baron, cute kitten, and their boots stomping a mud all over your nice carpet. Really, you guys couldn't take off your shoes in this Asian household? You really had to step with your dirty shoes. The merits of the march are sick of your lies and tyranny. We'll give your soft city dwelling bastards a proper kicking. We will be fighting for Ermin, the true monarch. Authority is now mocked, stability is now unstable. Cool. This is a formal declaration of war. The next time we see each other, we'll be on the battlefield. I don't have any of those to do with. And I know the others can also do it. You know what? F it. Frick it. There will be many heads on spikes before this war is over. Mine will not be among them. Cool. Baron Cute Kitten strides from your throne room without looking back. I didn't expect them to move so boldly, Your Majesty. What are our chances against the rebels? Barons are formidable, but not undefeatable. I hope they don't persuade any other regions to join the rebellion. That would be disastrous. I'm trying not to, but, you know, trying something else. The leader of the rebellion is Baron Watermelon. As a reason for the uprising, they're citing your history of petty transgressions against the barons. Urge to murder rising. Murder rising. Yes, Your Majesty. Hold on to that feeling. You'll need it. So, this is it? Civil war? That's right, Your Majesty. The kingdom is divided. There will be a lot of death and suffering before all this is over. I can't wait. I'll go dig out the trebuchets. I like how there's just rebellion, and then there's dating, and then there's... Alright. Let's just go dating, I guess. I have found 2 potential matches for you. Obviously, the ongoing rebellion has limited our options. In any case, I've found an eligible young candidate from each of the kingdom's loyal regions. You're in desperate need of securing an alliance right now. Choose wisely. Well, I couldn't send the funds because you guys were already rebelling. Too bad. Yes, I know. Your mother leads you to the Great Hall, where she's arranged 2 portraits on easels. For now, each is covered by a cloth. Alright then, let's see the eligible candidates. She whisks away the cloth from the first portrait. This is Magnus, first son, born son of the Northern Necessitone clan. From what I've heard, he knows exactly what he wants and will do whatever necessary to get it. Oh, he got his nose in a book from what I've heard. Had a bit of controversy a while back when his clan hall burned down. He was to blame somehow. Alright. Not interested next. No, you would look at all the options. Okay, I can see the appeal, I suppose. This is Roland, the eldest son of the Eastern... the Kabu show, their dynasty. Apparently they had a hell of a time getting him to smile for his portrait. He is the drippiest, I'm sorry. But... a very pious young man, he did have to suppress a peasant revolt on his land recently. I wonder why. I mean... I guess, yeah. He's an intriguing candidate. Alright, what do you think? Of course, by picking a candidate, you'll anger the other 3 regions, but you'll gain a lifelong alliance. I have made my decision. For survival, I'm sorry. Excellent, I'll make the arrangements. Also, blue's kind of nice color, but also purple's cool. Oh no. The time has come. This kingdom has grown soft under the weak and ineffectual rule of Monarch Alois the Uno. As usual, it's up to the barons to fix things with violence. Aye, too right. Let's march to the capital and kick some heads in. All in good time, but we're the barons to march. Let's live up to that reputation, eh? Let's be clever. But I want to kick some heads! Oh, there'll be plenty of that, but first let's think carefully about where to strike. We can launch a preemptive strike against the chiefs to cripple their military capabilities. If we suspect the Count may join our cause, we can call them to war. They'll be more likely to join us if the monarch's authority is low. We could also call upon the church to condemn the monarch. Or, finally, you could send off an assassin and nip this in the bud. Alright. Continue. The Baron smuggled a secret message to the Counts. The East, to find challenge succeeded. Oh, jeez. Dignified Counts, too long have you suffered under the monarch's oppression. You Easterners are a proud people. Why are you putting up with this tyrant? Join us. They speak truly. Why did we never think of things this way? The Counts are emboldened by the call to rebellion. Of course, they can only act on it if their defiance is high enough. Alright. That's it for the season. I can feel my stabbing happening in 5 to 6 business days. In a tile alien village far to the east, 2 counts meet in a derelict tavern. No one dares even glance in the direction. Another priest left my estate today. He said there was no sense preaching to the truly lost. I've heard the same across the east. We are no longer trapped under the church's thumb. Now, we must not falter. If the monarch grows proud, we can offer them the ultimate reward, immortality. For the next stage of their scheme, the Counts must raise authority to 5 or more in 4 seasons. Up in the north, Chief Ironmark is hosting a grand feast at his clan hall. The kingdom's on the brink of collapse, and the council's calling for the monarch's advisors to resign. If we want them gone, though we need to increase the pressure. Once the monarch's in a weak enough position, they've got no choice but to bow to our demands. No more interference, Spy Master. No more Marshal or Chancellor or Treasurer. A whole new inner circle all made up of chiefs. For the next stage of their scheme, the chiefs must lower authority to 4 or less than 3 seasons. It's just like one or the other. Alright. In nobles vote for the monarch's choice, they gain plus 500 personal wealth. The monarch can mark their preferred voting option. If chosen, they gain plus 1 authority. Okay. And it can only have a certain amount. A 600 treasury if the nobles vote for the selected option. If they I don't trust you guys. As much as I would love to gamble this, I would fail it. So I'm gonna go with this one, just for the chance for better authority. Alright. Okay. Okay. Defectors, a great battle, the royal wedding. Marriage is last. Let's deal with defectors, I guess. Your Majesty, my agents are everywhere. Busy times right now. I've heard something particularly interesting. Tell me. Good news, I hope. You know what? Let's be enthusiastic. Of course. There are dissenters among the marcher troops who want this conflict as little as we do. My agents could use them to sow opposition amongst their ranks. It would be dangerous, but could significantly damage enemy morale. Or we could lure them to join the eastern troops. Some of the counts might resent hosting turncoats, but we must be practical. The counts don't need the dregs of other people's armies. Order the rebel dissenters to lower marcher morale. Or lure the dissenters to the loyalist side with a cash incentive. Ooh. Well, I'm going to try to raise up some authority, but I also want to take a real heavy gamble. So why not go with C? Let's do it. Why not? That's true. You guys did say it. Alright, so we're luring the dissenters to the loyalist side with a cash incentive. The Spy Master goes away to organize her agents. Soon troops of her nervous marcher soldiers arrive in the east to join the ranks. Some of the counts are unhappy and see it as a sign of weakness. But then, when the new troops help conquer strategically important territory, even they appreciate the extra bodies. Alright. Ha! Now when I'm out of money, Kavu. Vast armies darken the landscape like the shadows of clouds. Flags are flying, drums are pounding in rhythm with the marching of boots. The kingdom is gripped with civil war. At least that's what you imagine. Most of your time is spent in the safety of your palace, poring over a giant map with your marshal. Your Majesty, the army of the March is advancing on the capital, led by the treacherous Cur Baron, Watermelon. I've received word from the commander of our loyalist forces in the east. If they march now, they'll intercept the barons in a matter of days. Alternatively, they could join forces with the army of the north. It's risky, but together they'd have a higher chance of defeating the cursed barons. What are your orders, Your Majesty? I mean, join forces, right? Yeah, I would rather have joint forces though. Very well, Your Majesty. I'll relay your orders to Count Kavu, the commander in the field. Hopefully they do as they're told. God knows treachery can thrive on the battlefield. We have our orders, but should we follow them? Alright. Up to them. Up to the gamble, do I trust the people? Well, that's the option. Voting has closed. Alright. Thank you. The whole city holds its breath. You stew in your palace awaiting for your marshal's return. Finally, she arrives at your throne room, looking perfectly composed. Your Majesty, as you ordered, the counts have returned their army around to link up with the chiefs. Well, according to plan, I'd rather... We can only hope it's the right decision. Have some confidence, Your Majesty. Too late for doubts now. It'll all come down to the next battle. Your Majesty, the fate of the kingdom hangs in the balance. No, forget myself. It's fine. We will prevail for the people. That's the spirit. Now I really must be going. I have a lot to take care of. Like... insulting people? Cool. Over the next few weeks, it becomes clear that the Eastern Army's retreat has given the Barons free rein to pillage and plunder the East. Oh gosh. The rampaging march of troops descend on the farms like locusts, taking everything to feed thousands of hungry soldiers. Oh jeez. Meanwhile, shops, churches, and manors are plundered, and the stolen loot shipped back to the march. Oh jeez. Pretty much. But while the East suffers, the Eastern forces successfully link up with the chiefs. Now the joint army of the counts and the chiefs rush to meet the barons in open warfare, and the winner will either end your reign or preserve it. Cool. And I'm getting married while this is going on. Yep. The Civil War casts a shadow over your wedding. Instead of being a joyous public holiday, the day arrives without much pomp and ceremony. Still, all your loyal nobles have arrived in the capital to keep up appearances. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Magnus at your side. Do you take this man as your lawfully wedded husband? Yeah, I mean, yes. You got married. Holy matrimony achievement. Did I announce you married in the eyes of the kingdom? After the wedding, of course, there's a feast, and after the feast, a dance. Your new husband Magnus only dances with obvious reluctance. Why must I always find the people that don't like to dance? I enjoy dancing, but it's always the person that doesn't want to dance with me. Sag. Anyways, by the time you find yourself alone with Magnus, it's past midnight and you've never felt more tired. Neither of us asked for this union, but I assure you, it can blossom into something of mutual benefit. Agreed. I didn't come here for love in the first place. I'm just here. Excellent. I hope this alliance proves most fruitful indeed. You head to your separate bedchambers. Perhaps you will draw closer in time, but for now your husband is happy to keep you at arm's length. End it. The season has ended. You imagine these upstarts are saying they have a right to your throne. No doubt the nobles are already scheming to crown their region's preferred claimant. Well, we got two options. See, if we played a dating game right now, I would have no riz. But if I play it by myself, I would have all the riz. I'm rich. I'm rich. Alright, Defiance is too low, needs to be 5. Oh. Yep. Calling Cavalry, the final battle. Pinch point. Final battle, calling Cavalry. I guess we'll say the final battle for the final battle. Let's handle stuff in the red zone. Glory awaits Q-Kit, and our forces will soon march across the River of Volten in the east, and after that it's a clear road to the capital. A river crossing is a dangerous time for any army. We should do something unexpected, build rafts downstream and float our troops across. By the 9th. What cowardice is this? If we take the main bridge and fortify it, we'll control half the east. Aye, if I urge caution. Voting is open for the red side. And with that, with my 30 seconds, I have water. Okay. Voting has closed. Is it gonna be like RNG? Oh. Build rafts downstream away from trouble. Rank cowardice, but if that's our decision. The bandits cross the river downstream on primitive rafts. They're able to get closer to the capital while avoiding ambush by the counts. But the peasant folk whisper that the barons are afraid of the monarch's loyalists. Calling the cavalry. The muscle strides in, her face streaked with mud and sweat. I've had some trouble in the last skirmish, Your Majesty. Why don't you bring me good news for a change? Oh, ninth god, what happened? No, is everyone alright? The marshal bares her teeth in a humorless grin. When our cavalry charged, those rebel bastards lined up their pikes and just waited. It wasn't pretty. Some of our soldiers got away, most of the horses didn't. This is a problem. I've been exchanging diplomatic messages with the Ajmedanian Empire. They're willing to donate war thoroughbreds to the cause. It's in their interest to keep the kingdom's leadership consistent, Your Majesty. I don't trust them, and they want to send in their debt. I suggest we send scouts into martial territory and steal horses from their foremost and question Baron Q. Kitten. That would be dangerous, Marshal. Perhaps we could purchase the Count's horses. Count Flaming Phaser has decent herds. All he wants is handshakes and greasy palms. This is a war, not a country fair. Yeah, my treasury's too low. Can we just steal? Can like take a chance and steal? Cause it's either, but I don't. All right. Why not? But I want to gamble. I want to steal. I want to be thievery. But all right, we'll go for a stable answer. Do. I would love to steal your horses. Alright. The Chancellor does as you say. They return a week later, frowning and clutching a scroll. Your Majesty, I've heard back from the Empire. He's delighted to show his kindness towards the kingdom, but this kindness comes at a cost. He has his eye on the east. He asks for a frankly lopsided trade agreement on the shipment of grain. I suppose we could also send him cash from the treasury. Yeah, I was like, what? These are all bad. So alright, let's discuss the options. Can I? Or refuse to pay that leech? Or my offer is give me the horses for free. I want to say my offer is give me the horses for free. Phaser, you're having too much belief in my the right choices. It's either the second one or the third one. Yep. I'm not gonna do the other one because I just don't need any more problems. I'll do what I can to smooth things over, Your Majesty. Your pride is intact. Your troops are not. During the next battle, your soldiers are overwhelmed without their precious cavalry. Though the Marshal takes delight in telling you all about the grisly details, you try not to listen. A month ago, battle was averted, but that battle cannot be postponed forever. The counts and chiefs are Oh, that stand between the barons and the capital. A final battle deciding the fate of the kingdom. I'll send word to the chiefs that it's time to strike. We can only hope they listen to our orders, Your Majesty. Should the chiefs just obey orders? Alright, well, that's up to the chiefs. Continue. Voting is closed. Send the joint forces of the chiefs and counts to fight the rebels. When she finally returns, she strides into your throne room with a triumphant gleam in her eyes. Okay. Martial report authority up, military. Oh, I like how it's just like a lot. Let's do martial report. We caught the barons by surprise as they were fording a river. Classic pincer movement. The chiefs attacked from one side, the counts charged in from another. They all brought authority down, didn't they? Oops. You should have seen it. The river ran red that day. An utter slaughter. Alright. Kingdom. Okay. Authorities not commanding. Loyalists gain victory points. Wow. That jumped up pretty high. And the military is now capable. Oof. I can't shake the feeling that we've missed something. No need to fret, Your Majesty. Everything is perfectly... At that moment, a frantic soldier burst in. Your Majesty, we've received word from our scouts. I don't quite know how to say this. Spit it out, damn you. Yes, ma'am. Your Majesty, the barons must have split their forces. The army we defeated was a diversion. They got another regiment making its way through the Crown Lands. They'll be outside the capital in a matter of days, and the chiefs are too far away to help. What do we do? See, my chaotic behind would say, time to panic, but... We must prepare for a siege. We've got a lot of work to do. Build up the capital's fortifications, stockpile food, train up the citizen militia. But don't worry, Your Majesty, this is the last-ditch ploy of a defeated enemy. We need to outlast the siege, and the chiefs will come to our rescue. Alright. Another season. Alright, nobles use their personal wealth. Time to start an auction. You guys all ready? I'll give you... Alright, we'll wait until Kitten comes back, so Kitten doesn't miss anything then. So how's everybody's night going? While we strategically take a pause. Also, gets thick for my throat because doing that voice is not fun. Or maybe it's not even night for you guys. It could be daytime. For all I know. So strategic pausing, you know? Yes, that's what I must do. Okay, so the barons have cathedral and a stadium. Chiefs have fortress and a theater. Counts have a monument and prison. Huh. But how long should I stall for? Do we actually wait a good, like, few minutes? Or do we just continue on and pray that everything goes awry? I mean, yes, we probably should. Yeah, a minute should be fine. Okay, so when it hits 121:45. Doo-ba-doo-doo. Oh, I felt the popping of a lot of bones. I don't think it went through. Hopefully it didn't. It's probably just like the stress and tension from possibly dying one day. You know, in game. Oh. Whoops. Alright, well, time has passed. We are starting the auction in 3, 2, 1. Throwing it in. Oh, there we go. Auction time. Start your bids. Everybody bid. You want a cathedral, a stadium, a theater, a fortress, a prison, a monument, anything. 900 for B. So much funding to bring down the military. Oh gosh. Isn't that like too much? Because there's literally just 2 people. Watermelon, you're going against your own team. Hey, I mean, it's not my fault. You guys chose to rebel. I'm just here to exist and do my best. Continue to rebellion report. Yeah, so whatever was in red, right, affects the red side basically. And then it's okay, it happens. Alright, we'll end this season. Alright. Besiege, a deadly disease about your... Oh, I can actually zoom in like this. I can zoom... Oh, that's kind of cool. If I knew that... Alright. Sure, let's go with disease first. Let's deal with disease problems. Plague Doctor... Your Majesty, I have good and bad news. Which would you like first? The bad news. There's an outbreak of a rare disease called Timian's pox inside the city walls. Civilians are dying by the hundreds, and it'll spread to our garrisons if we're not careful. I have a plan for how we can use this disease against our enemies. After all, they're but a stone's throw from our walls these days. Go on. Timian's pox is spread by close contact to infected individuals, as well as through rats and fleas. It would be a trivial matter to spread such a disease to the traders outside our walls. That must be against some kind of rules. Devious and despicable, I love it. I refuse, I won't be known as a... No. Crime. Sorry. I knew you would agree. This is war. Anyways. Alright, spread Timian's pox to the besiegers. Try to contain and eliminate the disease. Let the disease run rampant and focus on protecting the nobles. Yeah, probably to fix our problems. Why not? Because we'd rather not deal with the problems first. But yeah. Ooh. Ugh, cracking arms. Voting is closed. Cool. How does this go? The citizens of your capital are your primary concern, and so you divert your attention towards them. In the end, the outbreak within the walls is more or less completely contained. Cool. Your citizens are spared the worst effects of the disease, and you are hailed as a hero, but the siege continues, and your enemies are still as strong as ever. Cool. Alright. That can be done later. The barons march through the crown lands, pillaging and burning the roads are heavily with refugees and corpses clog the rivers. Now the capital is surrounded, you stand on the ramparts of your palace, staring out in dismay at the army camps stretching for miles outside the city walls. Get down from there, your majesty, if they get lucky with a crossbow bolt. You know what? If they hit me with an arrow of love, I guess. Is there any hope, Marshal? What are we supposed to do? They look like lancers up here. Let's do this. They look like ants are up here. Yes, well, even ants are terrifying in enough numbers, and after someone's kicked the nest. We have one hope, but the counts and the chiefs are still out there, your majesty. The combined army smashed the rebels in the last battle, and they can smash them again. I hope they get here in time. The ninth god will decide our fate. As you finish your sentence, an immense trebuchet hurls a 10-ton boulder toward the capital and crashes into a nearby clock tower, smashing it into smithereens. Like I said, your majesty, you'd better get inside. That is true. About your heir. Your marriage to Magnus has grown stale. Oh, you get along well enough, and you've made some good memories together, but there's no spark. He cares more about his stupid books than your happiness, but spark or no spark, you still need an heir. Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. I'm very happy, thank you. Your happiness isn't as important as fulfilling your duty to the kingdom, but I'm glad you found a way to have both. You've done well so far, but something's still missing, an heir. However, securing an heir is impossible. The kingdom is at war with itself. Defeat this rebellion, and then, and only then, is it worth looking to the future. Can't I just adopt a child? I would like to adopt, you know? It'd be a lot easier in life. And especially with all the orphans we're making. I would like to have a child. I will talk to you again when the realm is at peace. Cool. Kava, I hope you know, I read orphans as like the Narwhal song, and that just didn't sound right in my head. It's okay, everything's fine. Up in the north, Chief Iron marked and has gathered his fellow plotters for a hike through the mountains. The council demanded a shake-up, but the monarch resists all calls to replace their advisors. A great shame. There's little we can do while the monarch's position is so powerful. The chief's aim is to lower authority to support less. Alright. So wait, that brings me up money if I... What? No. Oh, gives them money. I mean, the treasury needs to have something, but we'll have it as simple. But you guys won't have the money for it, right? I mean, I guess. Yeah. Alright. The siege grides on. Another dawn breaks. The great army of the March sprawls outside your city walls. For the last 3 weeks, they have tried to fight their way in. The siege drags on, and your food supplies are dwindling. The streets outside your palace explode in daily riots as the citizens demand to be fed. If we survive this, oh god, yeah, I gotta feed you guys. You're right. We need more food. Can we pillage their farms? The enemy farms? We need to make those traders pay. No mercy. I have a collection of thumbscrews we could use. As evening draws in, horn blast outside the city walls, the barons are mounting a final attack. Oh, is that the end of the season? Alright. Cool. While playing a game of chess in an austere castle, I should also say this, if anybody still wants to join, they can still join the game with exclamation join for anybody who's not in the game currently. While playing a game of chess in an austere castle, 2 counts of the east discuss their schemes against the crown. How exquisite. The monarch is drunk with power. They've mandated statues of themselves be built in every major city. Us sculptors are doing well, I hear. Trade is now poor. Better still, it means the time is ripe. But I was thinking, should we really show the monarch the true secrets of our group? I thought that was the point. Immortality and all that. Yes, but those secrets are meant to be, well, kept secret. What if we pulled the wool over their eyes? Yes, Kavu. Should the counts truly induct the monarch into their secret society? Raise your farming or lower the own defiance. This will be a fine trick. The important thing is that we keep a good reputation with the monarch. We must convince them we're a trusted friend, willing to share a wondrous gift. For the final stage of their scheme, the counts must lower their defiance to 2 or less. The endgame. At least one region has entered the final stage of their scheme. If they pass it, they'll win this game. There are some exceptions. If 2 or more regions pass the final scheme stage, the winner will be decided at random. If stability, authority, or treasury hit 0 and a final scheme stage passes at the same time, the scheme takes priority. If a rebellion ends with a rebellion win and a final scheme stage passes at the same time, the scheme takes priority. The monarch can only win inhibition events, which will appear after you've acquired an heir. Alright. +1 stability for more than 50% of nobles for any one option. I still want stability, so I guess so. Let's give it stability today. And no more rebels to deal with, so we end the year. Alrighty. What do we do? Oh, a grim dawn. Yes. Steep step. The sun rises on a city in turmoil. The barons began their assault last night, and you've heard nothing outside but screams and howls and the clash of blades since. Half the captain is in flames. Sorry, not half the captain. Half the capital is in flames. Soldiers rush back and forth, shouting panicked orders. You haven't seen your marshal since the night before. Perhaps she's already dead, and less insulting. Of people. Because you can't. Well, maybe the spirit is insulting. No, not Captain Crunch. Your honor guard are in the streets outside the palace building. A barricade and organizing latch defense is vital work, but you're vulnerable without them by your side. The royal court is empty except for you and your husband. There must be a way out of here, right? Some secret passages you've been saving for a rainy day. Tell me this isn't the end. Why not? Let's ask the spy master. Your Majesty, you must see this. Follow me. She leads you and Magnus up into the palace walls where you look out over the endless mass assault rampaging through the streets of the city. In the darkness of dawn, you can barely make them out, only silhouettes and countless glimmers of torches. You duck as a burning arrow sails overhead. Whee! Oh, there's an arrow. Why did you bring me here? Oh, look closer, Your Majesty. The army is shifting and convulsing like a great beast in pain. Horns, trepid hooves, thunder. The counts and the chiefs have arrived in full force. A mighty hammer smashing the barons against the walls of the city. Victory! Trade up. After that, it's just mopping up. The barons make a brave final stand, but they don't stand a chance. Their army is crushed. By dawn, rebel corpses clog the rivers and blanket the city streets. The crows feast like never before. Soon, the armies of the counts and the chiefs are parading through the city, waving their banners and showing off their loot. Trade is now struggling, trade is now modest. Meanwhile, Baron Watermelon, the leader of the rebellion, is brought up to you in chains. Common folk crowd into the palace to watch the trial. I can't believe you bested me. Go on, then get it over with. Sentence Baron Watermelon to death. Throw them into the dungeon. Or let them go with a warning. But I feel like Watermelon kind of... Team Watermelon kind of... okay. We'll choose the middle option. Throw them in the dungeon. They can rot. And we'll see if they can repent. Sorry. The dungeon it is. To the dungeons! Yeet! Yo, you tricks. You were the one who voted for it. I was there. No! Oh gosh. Stiff backed and silent, Baron Watermelon is dragged to your oubliette. They have run into the darkness to reflect on their treachery. And just like that, the march is defeated, the rebellion is over, the kingdom is yours again. As you sit resplendent atop your throne, the common folk raise a mighty cheer. Long live the monarch, they shout. Long live the monarch! You defeated a rebellion that rose against you. End the season. 'Tis the season to be ending. Oh, back to recruiting a wizard? In the march, Baron Watermelon II stands atop a border fort, flanked by soldiers glaring out over Ashmedian territory with a scowl. Below, a portcullis rattles open. A twisted stone figure is carried into the fortress, borne on a palanquin carried by hollow-eyed apprentices. The Baron goes down to meet him. Gorgeous. Is this like a tree? Lava tree? Well, I have taken time out of my very busy schedule to come and meet you in this temple of a fort on the backside of nowhere. I thought we might have a common goal. Save your breath. I already know what you want from me. Assistance in overthrowing the current monarch, am I right? Well, was it obvious? I was born a long time before yesterday, my good Baron. And unlike some of my more isolated colleagues, I'm no stranger to political machinations. On this occasion, our goals happen to align, but I cannot act on your behalf. Not until the bees are taken care of. Did you say bees? Yes, on this plane, they're simple insects, but in the apiary, the world of dreams and magic, they're powerful and intelligent. Call themselves the dreams of being. They have an innate fondness for royalty and sometimes protect monarchs from magical interference, but they won't harm non-magical folk beyond the occasional sting, so you can deal with them. For the next stage of this game, the barons must lower all regions combined farming to 14 or less in 4 seasons. Oh no. Oh no! Well, the monarch currently has no heir. The seat in the east. It's a bright morning. The troops camped outside the capital are quiet for now. You're having a quick breakfast when a letter arrives from the Kaos show agents inviting you to their keep. Encoded in the letter, you recognize the symbol of the Council Society, along with a hidden message. Your heart quickens. In exchange for control of your throne, you shall live forever. This is it. It's time for your eternity to begin. Your husband Magnus looks over his cup at you fondly. What are you smiling about? You're not getting sentimental on me, are you? Yes, wonderful news? I'm going to take a short trip to the east. Nothing you need to worry about. Well, let's just be honest. It's wonderful news. I'm glad. Always nice to start the day on a good note. You slip through a war and secret tunnels beneath the capital why am I reading this in an accent when I can read this in my own voice? To the edge of the city, a vast forest awaits, best not to be seen on your way by your enemies or your citizens. It's nightfall when you arrive and Kavu show hurries you inside, down cold stone steps and cellars. You blink in the darkness. Does it really have to be this dark? I trust you've made all the preparations. You're ready to meet the eternal monarch, I hope? You know what? Does it have to be this dark? I would like to see, because I'm kind of inclined to running into walls, just to say. Their teeth glimmer in the blackness. All will be illuminated, Your Majesty. I swear by the blood of the dead. You follow them into a wide chamber lit with dozens of candles. A circle of sigils is daubed on the floor with something thick and dark. Looking at the shapes sends shivers down the back of your spine or neck. Robed figures around the circle, their faces are hidden, but as they chant, their voices echo as though the chamber was much larger than it appears. Ooh, whoa! Et tu, Brutus. You stride into the middle of the circle, the hair on your arms prickles, but surely it's just the magic taking hold. The chanting rises as the counts pass a gold chalice. Around the circle, each one takes a sip. The Kavusho hands it to you solemnly. The chalice is filled with blood. Drink, Your Highness, and be fortified. You shall live forever. I don't usually drink blood, but alright. YOLO. You hold the chalice to your lips and drink. It's warm, metallic, and has an odd smoky aftertaste. Not the most pleasant thing you've ever imbibed, but not the least either. But as you stand in the circle, heat prickles down your arms, your head swims, and you stagger. As you right to yourself, your sleeve bursts into flames. Why do I feel like this is gonna be something really dumb? Ah, the eternal flame of my godhood. The gathered counts glance at each other. One of them laughs behind a hand, and is quickly hushed. It's fine. Yes, all is going well. How delightful. Your head feels thick and foggy, the fire builds spreading down to your torso. Alright. Well, what's going on, I guess? Counts do not move as the flames take hold. The thought flashes through your mind. It's working. But unfortunately, it is not. You can only hope that your ashes are hard to clean off the floor. Cool. Woo, I am dead. Alright, I didn't die by stabbing, I died by burning. The counts are victorious. The counts promised immortality was a ruse. In a flash, the flames reduced Monarch Alois the Uno to ashes. Historians write that the monarch simply vanished. The chief's attempt to replace the monarch's advisors never panned out. One night, Chief Ironmark awoke to find a smiling spy master holding a knife to his throat and kindly asking him to desist. The attempt to woo Gordius to the martyr cause was doomed to failure. Eventually, the wizard, bored of these mortal quabbles, burned Baron Watermelon to a crisp with one well-placed fireball. A fine trick indeed. When Monarch Alois the Uno vanished, the counts were ready. They swept into the ensuing power vacuum and installed Resimer. As successor before the other regions had a chance to protest, the investigations into Monarch's disappearance were quashed. That's a lot of death. It's like just death, threats, fire. Alright. 2 years? Cool. Alright. King Risimer, whoever that is. Wealthiest noble. Alright. Kid, you die. Well, you didn't die, but you're wealthy. Kavu, I'm sorry. You got fireballed. Well, by the wizard. And the kingdom. Alright. Continue your dynasty. You may now continue a game. Completed games will create new saves where you can continue the story of your dynasty. That'll be for another time. I really think that's a good bit for the night. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you Flaming for following, and thank you Nexus as well for following. I really appreciate it, as you know, we're slowly trying to get to that affiliate status one day at a time. And also, thank you for joining me in a game that I knew nothing about while I was very much making every decision that was questionable. I hope that the next time I play this, I will make better decisions. That's all I have to say. But, yeah. And if anybody sees this on YouTube for later on, feel free to just watch. And if you want to support me on Twitch, please come by. It means a lot. Because, you know, if you don't want to, like, you know, watch a video that has passed and you wanted to actually play in it, come by. And for anybody who sees this on Twitch, you know, just follow. That's all I ask. And feel free to chat with me anytime, any day. I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow, unless I pass out for some random reason. But with that, DjDoubleT out for the night. Deuces.